as we go about our digital lives. So this also represents just a little bit about the journey we're taking as a company at Research Now, understanding and getting close to these digital journeys, and then the journey that we're taking as an industry and getting closer to consumers. I'm wearing a charm bracelet here, and if you get close enough to me, you can learn an awful lot about me from my charm bracelet. You can see that I am addicted to cupcakes, really love sweet tea. I have a husband who's a rabid OU fan and thought it would be funny to put an OU charm on my bracelet when I wasn't looking. I am super patriotic. All countries are awesome, but I do love America. I have been in the U.S. Army, so maybe that's part of my patriotism. But if you get close enough to me to stand and see my charm bracelet, which is given to me by so many members of my family, you'll learn a lot about me. Getting close to people digitally has the same effect. We learn a lot about our members, our consumers, our customers when we get close to them digitally. So let's take a little bit of a journey.
Rise and shine. Erin awakes to the alarm clock on her smartphone. Erin's morning routine starts out by checking her email. Then she checks her social media updates to see what her friends have been up to. Now she's ready to head out and tackle the rest of her day.
So at this point, Erin has left several footprints already. We know that she has a smartphone. We know what kind of smartphone she has because she has our app on her machine. We know that she uses an alarm clock to wake herself up, so we have an app footprint. We know that she checks for social, so she's left a social media footprint. And we know that she checks her email regularly, so we can communicate with her on email. We know quite a bit about her already because she's allowed us into her digital world through permission-based metering on her smartphone.
Erin is headed to her favorite local coffee shop before going to the mall to pick up a birthday gift for her mom. With the perfect gift in hand, she zips on over to the post office to make sure the gift gets to her mom in time. Erin needs some things for the house and stops at the local hardware store, where she gets a text from her friend to join her for lunch at her favorite cafe. Their chicken Caesar salad is to die for.
So at this point, our geo-targeting has followed her on her morning. We now have had, and you'll see this research opportunities 8. We now have 8 firm places where we could have intercepted her and offered her a survey opportunity. We could talk to her about her experience at the local coffee shop. We could ask her about how good the chicken salad was. Perhaps when she was eating the chicken salad, she actually posted on Facebook or checked in on Yelp. We can track that as well from her mobile device. We can assess the experience that she had when she was at the parcel store. We can follow her on her pathing throughout the Home Depot or the parcel store, since I'm not supposed to use a brand. So we've followed her quite diligently as she's gone about her morning. We've also been able to passively collect what she's done with her phone, and we can passively see that she's receiving text messages, how many text messages she's receiving. We don't read the text messages, of course, but we can see her text use. Okay?
As Erin heads back home, she hears some rattling coming from the engine. Now, she's had that car for a while, so she surfs the web to look for a new car. She also wants to see what new meds have come out to help her control her asthma. Now it's time to relax and watch a little TV.
Who do we have back in the spinner? Well, getting the Henson high five is student Kimberly Clifton. Oh, she looks completely disoriented out there. Oh, I think Jill's going to have to give her a hand.
All right, so at this point, we've moved a little bit into our relationship with Experian and the way we're able to meter people on their laptops and home devices and computers. So with this relationship with Experian, we are actually able to track search, track website visitation, all of this, again, permission-based. Our members opt in. And somebody asked me the other day, why would they do this? And the truth is because we asked them to, and they trust us. We have a good relationship with them, and as long as we're good about that relationship with them, we take it very seriously as I would take to let someone stand very close to me and look at my bracelet. We take it that seriously to let somebody into that inner circle, and so we're very careful with that. But so we're able to see their searches. We're able to look and find auto intenders through their search behaviors, through the sites that they visit. Perhaps after she looked up some cars, she actually went out and visited some dealerships. Our mobile phone meters will tell us when she breaches that dealership geofence. And then we see that she actually went and searched for asthma medication, lower incidence groups like Parkinson's medications, visiting sites on lupus.org. We can see all of this, and we can begin truly behaviorally targeting people rather than screening to try to find these really hard to reach groups. So this is a case study for auto intenders. In the month of April, we found 3,500 people off a small group of people that were meted on our panel that visited an auto site, a Ford.com, Honda.com, autointenders.com. And so we specifically went out and we surveyed them. You can see that what we were looking for is people who purchased a vehicle or people who intend to purchase a vehicle. And the screening questions, we asked questions, the little guy with the question mark. These are people that we screened. We said, are you intending to buy a car? Did you purchase a vehicle? And then the magnifying glass is the behavioral data that we used to target people who we saw exhibiting auto intending and auto buying behaviors on their computer meters. So what you'll see is that through targeting behaviorally, we were able to double the incidence of finding purchasers and intenders. What's really cool, though, is that when you look at that, the rest of the demographics or the rest of the data there, gather at Auto Info Online, Ford considerers, Ford buyers, they all look very similar. So they're true auto intenders, just much easier to find in the wild when you're looking at the big data. It's based on behavioral data instead of recall data or intention data. You also see among the intenders gather information online, and Ford considerers was very comparable. So we're just getting to them in a much easier fashion, but still finding auto intenders and buyers that represent the types of people that we would find on our panel, but in a much less efficient way. Okay. So the next slide that we're going to show you is what else could we do. There are lots of other websites that we could tag. We didn't tag Consumer Reports. We didn't tag lots of other types of websites that people go to, Craigslist, eBay even. We could also, this was only based on sites that were visited. We actually didn't mine the search data for this exercise, but we could, searching on types of cars, brands of cars. We didn't use the mobile geo data to actually fence people who visited a dealership. We didn't use mobile search data on this case study. We didn't use mobile website data, but we could use all of that. And find the people in a much more behaviorally targeted way. We didn't use any mobile apps, but we could. And we know that there are things that people are doing with their devices when they let us into their inner circle that we can watch with their permission, and we don't even know what those are yet. So we have much more to learn. So let's let Erin finish her journey.
It's Saturday night, and Erin is meeting a friend at the movies. They choose a movie about a scuba diving adventure for treasure. Erin has always wanted to go scuba diving. When she's back home, she surfs the internet for scuba vacations. Now all this talk about scuba made Erin hungry for, yeah, you guessed it, sushi. So she connects with a few friends online for sushi recommendations. Suddenly, Erin gets an alert on her smartphone. It's a survey opportunity from her ERI app. Erin loves to share her opinions, so she takes 5 minutes to complete the survey. And so, that's a digital day in the life of Erin. Who knows what tomorrow will bring? Perhaps another survey.
So at this point, we now know that she's going to travel. We know that she's interested in sushi. We've watched her social footprint. We've watched her search footprint. We've watched her site footprint. We've watched her geo footprint. And we haven't even begun to talk about the things that mobile brings to allow her to do ethnography in home and to allow her to do diaries in home. So we've gotten very, very close to Erin. And Erin is a member not unlike thousands and thousands of members on our panel. And we just invite you to take this journey with us. Think about the possibilities, not only the possibilities for what we can do for consumers, but the data philanthropy possibilities. What can we learn about people with diseases? What can we learn about what people are searching for on hunger and world good? What can we do with data like this to make our data richer, our member experiences better, and our world improved?